So last week in a press conference, Packers coach Matt LaFleur spoke on Packers first-round pick tackle Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. And here's what Matt LaFleur said. You can see here from on Twitter, Jason B. Hirschhorn. He says here, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur on first-round pick Jordan Morgan. Certainly, he has a long way to go in terms of just mentally. Physically, he has all the tools that you look for. We're going to keep pushing him. Then here's Andy Herman on sort of summing up some of Morgan's practices the past few weeks. Aaron Mosby just beat Jordan Morgan clean for a would-be sack of Clifford. Morgan follows it up with a false start. He says it's been a tough start to OTAs and minicamp for Morgan. And I think with any young player, any young draft prospect, I think it is, sometimes it takes time for these guys to really get things going and be able to take in all the information, the new playbook they're learning. And for Jordan Morgan, I think the positive is that he has the physical tools. He has the physical ability. And the thing that it sounds like for Matt LaFleur he needs to work on is, figuring out things mentally, which I think is going to come with time because he's a young rookie. He has not had all the snaps and the reps that all these other players have had, like Rasheed Walker, who's been playing left tackle, played a lot last year for the Packers at left tackle. Zach Tom, Josh Myers, Sean Ryan, Elton Jenkins. All these guys have a ton of experience in the NFL, where Jordan Morgan just got drafted a couple months ago. So it's not really something I'm worried about whatsoever. Of course, it's going to take time for these young players to pick things up mentally, and the more they play, the more practice reps they have, the more they're going to be able to get on the right track and be able to play it at a high level. And so I don't think it's a big deal whatsoever, and I think it's just going to take time for Morgan to figure things out. Then here's another interesting thing I saw. You can see here, first, David Bakhtiari says, friendly reminder that teams don't win games in June. Teams can only lose games. Injuries during this time. I think he's referring to his friend Aaron Rodgers. And then Tyler Herrick says here, your replacement, Jordan Morgan, just got beat on a minicamp second-team pass rush. David, I'm sobbing uncontrollably. You can tell he's, joking there. But then Bakhtiari responds and says, I'll care more when the pads are on, and this is still a theme. And so that is an important thing to note, is that they're not in full pads and, fully playing at a typical NFL level here at, Packers OTAs and minicamp. And so that obviously is a big difference when you're an offensive lineman. If you can, use your physicality, that's gonna make a big difference. And so Jordan Morgan, with him being a first round pick, I do think the Packers would like to start him in year one at some position, because I think typically you'd rather your young players, especially when you've drafted a guy as high in the first round as you did, or drafting him in the first round, you want to be able to get them the reps and get them going and get them playing, different from a seventh rounder who, you don't really feel the need to force into a lineup. And I don't think the Packers will necessarily force Morgan into the lineup if they think someone else is better in that position, but he's going to get a ton of opportunity to do so because of the draft pick he was. He's just going to have more opportunity. And so I think all in all, I think we're just going to have to wait and see with Jordan Morgan. There's no reason to worry. And then here's what Adam Stenavich said recently, Packers offensive coordinator, about Morgan. He's got good movement skills. He's a natural on the edge. He looks comfortable out there. There's obviously some technique stuff we've got to clean up, just like anybody. So all in all, Jordan Morgan, just like any of these rookies, is a young player. It's going to take time to develop and grow and get better. And so even if year one he didn't have a great season, he can take that next step going forward. But I think he's going to get a chance, and I feel like he's going to end up starting somewhere on the offensive line, whether that's tackle or guard, which the Packers have played him at both spots here in OTAs and minicamp. But if you guys want more Packers content, you can follow me on X/Twitter, LukeBeller3. Subscribe on this channel if you want more Packers updates. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.